Hello everyone! I saw a short from a YouTuber that I watch. Funny enough, he talks about men and how to have a healthy mindset. I'll leave his link in the description. But there was something that he said that really got my attention. He was talking about the fact that DV in men is very easily ignored, and he knows that because it happened to him. He didn't feel safe and comfortable explaining what happened to him and blamed it on things like the door, the lamppost, drinking and other things. The point is, men don't have a space. If it happens to us, we immediately rally around a woman. Even if you're a man, you still rally around a woman. They say, hey, it's okay, you're safe, you can tell us anything, you don't have to hide. In fact, do you want us to go round there? But when it's the complete reverse, no one does anything. So men have to make that safe space for themselves and accept that's what you do. You just accept that you're safe and that you will not accept those standards. But is the perpetrator ever really caught? Probably not. Do you still feel like you can tell people? Probably not. You'll learn that you shouldn't be treated like that and that you shouldn't have people talk to you like that and that you won't stand for that behaviour. It's very rare to say, yeah, this is what happened to me, or I'm going to tell the police what happened and the perpetrator is going to be punished. No, because even when it comes to things like SA, if a man talks about it, apparently women can't do that, and that makes me angry. Women can't do that by law. It's not possible to do that, especially the one with the big R. No, women can't do that. And I'm sitting here and thinking about the fact that that's not true. In my personal opinion, I think that the crime rate between men and women is more equal, but we're better at hiding it. We've had to learn a few things whether we wanted to or not because of our bodies, and I think that's why we don't get caught. You know, if you're a mum, you've dealt with every single fluid under the sun, and so you know how to clean it up and make it completely stain-free. Whether it is a cut finger, your cycle, tear stains, or whatever, we know how to deal with it. Men are not trained for this. I'm just saying, I think the reason why we're not considered as much of a threat is because we're considered women, so not a threat. But I think we know how to clean up after ourselves for whatever reason. Also, if you're a good mum and you've taught your daughter, then she'll know how to get most stains out of things, especially if she's got siblings. You know, she's the eldest daughter, she'll probably know these things. So yeah, I think that women are better at hiding it, but I don't think we're less likely to commit the same crimes. I think that if you know what you're doing, it's easy to cover your tracks. But my point is, if you take any crime at all, and flip it, it's all wrong. It's still wrong, and I will leave the link in the description for this YouTuber's channel in the description, because I still feel that we women have a safe space immediately. If you want to test this, please be my guest. Go outside next time you look sad, flustered, or even scared. Then see if anyone comes. If you're a woman, let me know what happens. If you're a man, let me know what happens. But I remember leaving the house stressed. That was it. I was walking my dog. I was stressed and a woman came across the road and said, "Darling, you alright? You look like you've been crying." I had been, because I stubbed my toe, but I didn't have time to think about my stubbed toe because I had a dog to walk and I would have been crying if I had to clean up after him indoors. So my point is, men need that safe space too. And the only people who can make that available are other men who are willing to be like, yeah, do you know what, man, it's alright. Because here's the thing, men are either going to go down the pub, get drunk and talk about their feelings and then they end up with liver disease, or we women need to not laugh at men when they're vulnerable. We need to believe them when they come to us, when they go to the police with crimes. Maybe go with your friend to the police. If you're a woman, go with your friend, your male friend, to the police, and when he says, "I have a crime to report," be there with him. When the policeman tells him that he thinks he's being soft, say, "Actually, no, this man is credible, and as a woman, I know the feeling of being ignored, blah, blah, blah." Yeah, do that. Rally around them, male or female, because this is what you do for us when we need your help. Men and women will rally around a victim even if the victim is lying and it turns out later that it was a lie. When we need you, you're there for us. Then we go to the police and report the crime and we feel so much better. I could walk out of my house, point at any old man that I don't know from Adam and accuse him of crimes that should not be done to a woman. The man could say till he's blue in the face that he doesn't know me. Do you really think they're going to believe him? Absolutely not. They will either accuse him of being a dirty old codger or something like that. And how could he do that? And he's lying, and they could jump him because I said so. I'm not suggesting that this is something we should do, but because men are bigger and stronger, they feel that they can handle themselves, especially, as I said, in the UK, where forced hugging of men is not considered something women do. Again, tosh, absolute tosh. So please tell me what you think of this. How do you feel about this? And what can you do until more is recognised? Because I feel like whether it be a fist or a pelvis, this needs to be sorted. It's always ignored. It's always considered that men should either toughen up or deal with it, you know? In fact, even to this day, there are still expressions like, oh, you cry like a girl, or stop behaving like such a girl. First of all, stop it. You try giving birth. I haven't, but I still won't mock it. You try being pregnant or having to go through hormonal changes. You wake up in the morning in a good mood. Then, by breakfast, you're crying over your cereal for no reason except that maybe you had a bad dream about something or other. It affects your mood for the entire day. You literally have to eat sugar to try and make yourself feel better. So I am not going to mock men, because men have always done me a good turn. I'm not going to mock what women go through either, but men can be hurt too. The difference is we can walk down the street, we can point at people who haven't done us any harm, and we will be believed. There was a thing on this morning years ago. This woman, she sat on the bench and she pretended to cry for about 4 hours, and only 4 people asked if she was okay. They were testing who cares, who's willing to check on you and make sure you're okay. But it still makes me think that if I, at any time, I've looked even slightly stressed for any reason, if I looked panicked or frightened coming out of my house, people ask me if I'm okay, and they immediately look at the house like, everything okay? And then I'm like, yeah. I'm just rushing late and my dog wants to go to the toilet. It's absolutely fine. They're preparing to bust down the door, call the police and God knows what else. I was just stressed because my dog was about to wet himself, and I look very exaggerated, which doesn't help. But please let me know what you think of this. This is important and needs to be brought to people's attention. If you check out the guy's shorts, do me a favour, please don't make fun. He did a very brave thing, talking about something that could have turned him sour. He's still a sweetheart despite everything he went through, and for that I think he should be praised. If you're still here, then you're handsome and you're beautiful, and you, well, I'm speechless. I'll let you know next time I see you. Over to the pets. Hello all, this is Sylvie. If you liked what you saw, then subscribe for more. Hey everyone, my name's Bonjo. If you enjoyed yourself, then give it a thumbs up and share it with all your friends. Hi everybody, I'm Jack, and if you had fun, then comment down below and let my mum know the last time you felt ignored.